Hello, I am Jungle, and if you are as excited about the new Tomodachi Life Living the Dream as I am, you probably wondered what are all the new features they showed in today's Direct. Well, someone that doesn't have anything else to do besides look at it, me, decided to do it for you. So here is every new thing in the new Tomodachi Life Living the Dream Direct. In the first shot, we see an alien. He will be important later. In the next shot, we get a glimpse of the new cafe, which is beautiful because I love the old chats they did in the original one. In this shot, we get a peek of the new outdoors aspect, as well as some vending machines and a little bit of the park. In this shot, we see an old woman knitting, which is new. In this shot, we see some sort of dream sequence or mini game that is set up between a bunch of people and some bowling balls. It's unknown right now what that is. Here we have a shot of a me getting some food at a vending machine. Before, the only way you could get food was you give it to a me. Now you can get it from a vending machine, I think. In this shot, we see a brand new location that's called the treasure shop, which could be the pawn shop or not, I'm not too sure. And on the other side, we see another shop, which is called the price. I still don't know what this one is either. In the next shot, we see a glimpse of the me maker, which says get help from scratch, create a new me based on your system, create a new me based on an existing island, which makes me think we might be getting QR codes or sharing me's or something like that. They say in the direct that the get help feature is a way to ask questions about their personality or looks and make a me out of it, I guess. In this shot, we can see there's multiple new hairstyles, as well as bangs in the back of the hair like they had in Miitopia. In this shot, you can see all the long hairstyles have tied up styles now, as well as a bunch of new back hairstyles. In this shot, we can see there's a new eye at the bottom, as well as there's a bunch of new eye editing, as with eyelash editing and all this different type of editing at the top. Here we also see they added a new detail called the pupils or something like that, where you can add like different type of irises in there, But I'll keep my iris out. In the bottom right corner of the lips tab, we see something that looks like some sort of like filling of the lips or lipstick on each mouth. I'm not too sure based off the icon, but it looks something like that. In the Me Maker, we got a few new ears as well as elf ears, which are pretty cool. In this shot, we can finally see they added LGBTQ dating options, dating preferences. We also see that we have male, female, non-binary for your Mi's gender. And if we take a look at the new personality designer, they changed expressiveness to energy and the attitude to thinking. They simplified the original menu, as you can see. We have relationships on this big menu on the left, and they have the stats and presence on the bottom right. In this full island shot, we get a glimpse of the Fresh Kingdom, the new food store. And this isn't new, but I want to point out I really like Crystal's character design, and if I could draw, I would totally draw her. We see a good bit of items here for each person, but they're all in the original games, except for the crystal ball and the maracas, which are new. Also, this bear is a sword. And in this shot, like it's completely casual, they drop a complete bombshell that you can custom design the faces, which is absolutely insane that they just did that. In this shot, we see them move Crystal over to the other bench in order for the Miis to get along, so it looks like you can kind of force relationships now or Miis to hang out. You can also drop Miis wherever you want, like for example, they drop this guy over next to a sprinkler and then he like gets in a bathing suit and like starts getting sprinkled on. But I guess you could just put Miis wherever. I might just drop all mine in the ocean. In this shot, when they have two Miis being brought together by one Mii to become friends, they bring up a bunch of options and one of them is custom, and then they use the custom one monster truck. So it looks like you can have them talk about whatever you want, and I know every single one of you is going to put gooning. And here in this shot, we see our main character running along the road and running into another dude, and then him helping her up like she dropped her books like it's in a rom-com, and it was just, ooh, beautiful. Next up, we see our full reveal, the Fresh Kingdom shot, the triumphant return of 2D food, and we see our Miis working here. I'm hoping that we still get our box people though from the original. Next up, we get our first look at the wear and wear shop, which is our new clothing shop. We see that you can have new shoes, socks, pants, and shirts as options instead of it being one whole outfit, which is cool. The news station is the exact same. There's nothing new about it. The night market, which was an event in the original Tomodachi Life, is now a completely separate store, and it's open looks like all the time. The photo studio is pretty much the same with a bunch of new photos. We have a me talk about putting some greenery on the island, which transitions into seeing that you could customize your entire island like Animal Crossing New Horizons. And then this transitions into a new store called Quick Build, where you can buy all your items and decorate the island with any type of abominations you think of. We also got this alien guy from earlier. I don't know if he's like important or anything, but he's here. I don't know if he's like a me or not. Next, we see our main me admiring the guy they have a crush on, which means that more Miis will interact with the actual romance part of the game instead of just being completely random. Next up, we see this thing called quirks, which are like minuscule things that Miis do to add more personality, like sweating and wiping the sweat off or rolling around in your sleep, which is pretty cool and adds personality. I think it's definitely something we needed. Next up, we see our main character getting shot down by our crush. We see the bottom left corner, the lines have relationships now. So it's not just one-sided and random. And we see that she gets friend zoned by him and she gets really depressed. In the next shot, we see her depressed on the beach and they move a me over to cheer her up. And then she falls in love with the me, which also means you don't need items to cheer Miis up. They can be cheered up by other Miis. Next up, we see this girl walking around with a custom designed dog that's an abomination and should be destroyed immediately. And it's used making the new pallet house location, which you can make custom designs with. These custom designs can do an assortment of things like making custom houses, custom papers, TV shows, shirts, lattes. I don't even think they showed everything, but you can even make houses with them. So, whatever. The new Me confession goes roughly the same as it used to, just with a new spot, a lot more dialogue, but overall it's the exact same charm you're used to, and the girl gets turned down for like the 8th time today. After her 99th heartbreak, her bear asks her to move in together, and it prompts this custom thing to ask what they would say if they lived together, and they talk about old times or when they first met. But then it shows us that each Me can move into this giant home with a maximum of 8, and a bunch of shenanigans can happen that you'd expect from Tomodachi Life. In the next shot, we see a few more random events playing, like at the park. They're doing yoga, and they're falling over, and I'm just glad they added a lot more random events to add the charm to the game that they need. We also see our first marriage between the old lady and the clown, so it's pretty cool that the new marriage looks pretty nice. We also see our first baby, but it literally crawls for 5 seconds, and there's not much to talk about. And in this glimpse shot, we see a place called the Me Wheel. I'm pretty sure it's the Ferris wheel, and I see a Ferris wheel on top, but since it's like a whole location, it must be something more. And then we finally at the end get this beautiful release date of April 16th 2026. And if you want to see someone covered on that day, well, you could subscribe to me, because I'm gonna do that. Okay, thanks for watching so much. Hype for Tomodachi Life me very much. Okay, bye.